Hi guys, it's Sherry. Today we are going to be making a really neat pair of earrings. I'm all about fun lately. I really want to try doing some different things. So I ended up ordering some cutters and a stencil, and it just came in the mail. So I didn't want to wait too long to really do this because this idea has been in my head for a little bit. But it's just a regular old circle or bubble stencil. But we're going to have some fun with this one. And then look at these cutters. I absolutely love how unique these cutters are. They're a lot of fun. I just think they're different. And then these little squiggly ones. I mean, aren't they cute? So we're going to have some fun today. I have my black clay rolled out to the second thickest setting on my pasta machine. I am going to push this down. And then I'm going to trim this up a bit because I don't need any mica powder getting on this. I want to keep as much clay as I can clean. I have plenty of scraps, so I don't want to make more than I need. Okay. So put that off to the side. And I'm just going to roll this out. And I'm not going to push this too far down because if the clay comes up over the stencil, you have a harder time getting it out. And normally I would put water on this, but because I'm going to be using the powder on this, I cannot do that. It just won't work out very well. So I'm just going to kind of push this down just enough. Okay. And then I got these powders as a free gift a little while ago, and I have not used them yet, so I'm going to use them today. So carefully, I'm going to go and just hit certain circles here, or bubbles, however you want to put it. I've been having this idea in my head for a little bit, and I was hoping to try this a while ago, but I did not have the right stencil, and I did not have the right cutters that I just imagined, you know. So if you have like this idea in your head, you got to kind of wait until you find something that is going to be perfect. Well, this is what I found, and I thought this is going to be perfect for what I want to do. I'm going to get a softer brush. I love these colors. Goodness, they're just so pretty. I've been trying to come up with some new ideas of like different projects that I can bring to you guys. And if you guys have any ideas of what you would like to see, let me know. I'm trying to make like really nice, easy, but fun projects. I have another color here. Let's try this one just to see what this color is. I have 4 of these all together, and I just never opened them. Okay, I put all these lids on, so, and then my silver. Okay, and then let's get our little brush off all that extra little powder, just so it doesn't spread all over the place once you lift up your stencil. And then carefully Lift your stencil up. Oh, look how pretty. That's really nice. Very, very pretty. Okay. So next, what I want to do, since I have my clay pretty thick, because I didn't want to do a back, I am going to use my powder on these cutters just to make sure it doesn't stick in there. And this is just baby powder. And then start cutting away. Beautiful. All right, so now I'm gonna have a little bit left over. And I want to put this off to the side because I can cut smaller pieces out. Look how pretty those are gonna look. I'm really excited about this. I've been racking this in my brain for a little while now. And look how cool that's gonna be. It's gonna be beautiful. Now we just gotta decide how we want to hang these. I love that they're different. I'm really big on having things that are just different. And don't worry about if you get baby powder on your clay. That will come off. Look how nice and sharp these cutters are too. Very pleased with these. Look at that. How cool are those? I wonder if I could get a couple more of these squigglies out of this. Because I really like these ones. And we could do some fun little studs to try to make up or use up the rest of this. All right, so now I'm going to put this in my oven, and then I'm going to bake this at 275 because it is Primo clay. And when we come back, I'll show you what I'm going to do to make all this color really pop. My pieces are out of the oven, and what I started doing was put in my post on. So I want to embed them to make sure that there's no chance for them to come loose. So what I did was I super glued my pieces on, all right? And I ended up drilling holes where I needed to drill them. And now what I'm gonna do is, so after you super glue your post on, you wanna get something that's gonna put a hole or a circle right around that post. So I just use one of my little punch tools in the back side. What you're gonna do next is you're gonna take your clay adhesive, just gonna put a little bit on there, go around it, you don't need a lot. It will spread once you push down on it. It'll spread, so you don't have to worry about it too much. And then just take your little circle. Now these look like they're off because they're two different ones. Certain ones are up higher than the other one. And then you just put it in the little hole here and then press it and it's on. So very, very easy and simple. If you don't have one of these tools, I have another video that actually shows you how to embed your post to secure them on your backs of your earrings, and you don't need a tool. So that's up to you whether you want to use the tool or not. So I also went ahead and started on my other pieces, but I'm going to show you on this particular one what you need to do. I'm going to place these back in my oven quick, so this way they can bake and be ready after I'm done with this one. So with these, to make sure that they come and stand out, what I did with the other ones, which I don't want to show you till after I'm done with this one, is I got my UV resin and I went around each one of these little circles or bubbles and just resined those only. I did not resin anything else on my piece because I wanted to make sure that the color was the only thing that was popping out from there. And then just take your little tool, any tool that you have, and then you could just spread it right over the part that has color on it. The resin's really going to make these colors pop. And what I love is that it gives it that 3D look. So it really, like, not only the colors pop, but they pop out. So it really is a neat little concept. Just something different and fun. And then for the small ones, I just put resin off to the side and then take my tool and go over those areas. It almost reminds me of little raindrops. I love these colorful bubbles. They're so pretty and it's so neat and different. And I think they're a lot of fun. Now I'm going to take my lighter. I'm going to make sure that I have no bubbles in the bubbles because that won't look pretty. And now I'll put this under my UV light. All right, guys, so I went ahead and I got all this stuff ready. So I ended up putting resin on each one of my little studs. I put these together, but I want to show you how to put this together on this one. They're exactly all the same. You're going to figure out where exactly your center is and then get your drill and just drill a hole, okay? And to make sure your stuff doesn't move, you want to kind of hold that down into place and then just drill. And I like to kind of go in the front and the back just to make sure that my hole is open all the way, because sometimes it just doesn't go all the way in. And I did the same thing on these studs. And then I'm going to take my jump ring. I'm going to place that all together, and then you just close your jump ring. If you have problems with your jump ring, just twist it back and forth, and it will line up for you. So very, very simple. But I want to show you how beautiful these earrings look. Are those not one of the most fun earrings that you've seen? I mean, I love these. I think these are fabulous. I think it's a great little project. And I can imagine going to a club and dancing with these. And then I chose to put the inside of these on my little squiggly ones. I mean, look at that. How great are those? And then these ones, I love this style. I just took the inserts and put them on the top. So love how they came out as well. And then these ones, I just added a little finding on. I want to show you the difference on there. But look how fun these are. I hope that you guys really like this video. I hope I gave you some really neat ideas here. And then the studs, I just put the resin on the top and they're basically done. So I hope that, like I said, I really do hope that you learned something new or had a nice little idea through this. If you liked the video, thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye.